বলো
In the limelight of this 2026 election and the results that came out, I just have some understandings that I want to
About
talk about the entire demographic of the situation.
of West Bengal?
No, this actually implies for every state, every country. It's not just
I mean the
West
whole
Bengal. The entire
democratic
system. Yeah, the entire political
political
system.
system. Okay.
Right. So number one, I think democracy is a scam. Now you might say,
In what terms?
in every context, every aspect, whatever it is, democracy is a scam. Because I think in order to understand why I'm saying democracy is a scam, we have to understand some basic guiding principles how democracy is being run, right? What I mean by that is we need to look into how this entire process is functioning, right? So the process functions in very basic, high level. If I have to describe, it's like, there are two aspects of it. One, obviously, is the people's choice based out of a certain number of choices that has been laid in front of them. People choose, and people choose based on their understanding, their conceptions and understanding, what they have gone through, how benefited or how disrupted their life has been because of one particular leader or a group of leaders as a party, and the government, and also there are multiple bias that also plays a big role in it. So that's one aspect, which is called the people's choice, right, of the voting system of the democracy. But the people's choice is decided by other group of people, which is the wealthy group, and whosoever is basically funding those groups. And that's where it gets dark and dirty. Meaning, translation, it's like any political party, in order to function, they have to have huge fundings.
Yeah,
and
not only function, if they have to
function,
to influence, to
meaning,
reach people, to marketing,
function meaning what, all of those things, right? To exist, to market, to preach, to capture the hearts of the people, everything. I'm not even considering how the government is being run. I'm not going there, right? I am not a government officer, or I am not in the administrative service to talk about those things. Like, obviously, it's not in my forte. All I'm talking about is through understanding my last 35 years of life and looking into what has happened throughout the timeline, and how we got impacted as a common man, as a lower middle class family person, right? Now, these fundings, where are these fundings coming from? These fundings are either coming from very wealthy people, B, from corporates, and C, from syndicates.
Yeah.
Right? Syndicates. These fundings are not just happening because one is doing a simple business or running a simple business, or a business, not simple, running a business, and they're making profit and they're doing everything legally and they are just donating the money. I believe that's not what happens.
No.
Technically, that can be happening in some cases, but majorly these fundings are coming from like illegal money which has been accumulated by these groups, be individuals, corporates, or syndicates, right? These goes to these political parties. What does that mean? When a group of these entities they're basically investing in those political parties, right? By investing in those political parties, what does that mean? It means these political parties, our leaders, once they come into power, they will safeguard these entities in whatever malpractices or whatever practices we are doing, right? Now, for instance, somebody, like, in the recent times, we are hearing about cow cartels and syndicates, like, or, concrete or bricks or sand, very basic commodities, but very essential and very profitable and in demand, right? So these things which are happening behind the scenes are being safeguarded by these political parties and leaders once they come into power. Now, when the opposition party, when the ruling party does something, obviously there are other people who are opposing to it, like their malpractices and showcasing. They don't talk about in details. They will just vaguely say certain things in order to, disrupt the basic faith of the common man, so that they think differently and they think like, these people who are in the ruling party, they are doing something wrong, so we should be doing something in response to bring in the change. I am absolutely not vouching for what a government has done or not done. Those are different conversations. I'm just talking about conceptually, this is what keeps on happening, has kept on happening for many, many years, for decades, right?
Yeah.
So when a change like this 2026 election in India, West Bengal, or anywhere in the world, whenever a change comes, people get very happy. Because obviously, why? Because people got fed up with the existing government and they wanted a change, and they brought the change, which is power to people, right? Fantastic. But think about who are running these parties, these political parties, who are in charge of the administrative services, right? Obviously, there are officers who are, but above them are these political leaders, right? And under the political leaders, all of these syndicates or malpractices are under that branch. Even the police system falls under it, because when a political leader says something, the police will also safeguard. I'm not going into the hierarchy, it's a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But when the change takes place, does it actually bring in change in terms of doing something, or things which were happening for many, many years, malpractices, those things are absolutely stopped?
No.
Does that happen?
No,
right?
that doesn't happen.
That never happens.
Expecting that also, you have to be very foolish.
Exactly. So nothing changes. What changes is A, who was making bunch of money by doing those malpractices, he or she is removed, and B takes the seat, and that person does other or similar malpractices and accumulates the money.
That's the politics.
Now, who is crushed between
Normal
all of these
people.
things? Us, you,
Normal
me,
people.
Tom, Dick, Harry, Ram, Sham, Jodu, Madhu, Rahim, Ali, everybody, right?
So what is the point?
So my point is,
Huh.
don't be so happy.
Oh.
Don't be so happy, or don't be so sad. Nothing. I consider a win of the people not possible, unless a huge change in this entire demographics, in this entire system, which I do not know how and when. I do not know that, but I think nothing changes. I will request and urge everyone to be vigilant. I will request everyone, instead of just celebrating now, give 1 year, give 5 years, give 10 years, right? And look into how things are happening. Question which is going wrong. Ask for answers. And you don't even have to ask anything. Life has its way of showing everything to you. When you step out of the house, you see how roads are. You go to the hospitals, government hospitals, you see the conditions, you see into the educational system, you see into what are the job opportunities, what are the industries that are coming in. And you, most of all, most important, you understand the value of money and its worth in your life. Meaning, if you're earning 10,000 rupees a month, or if you're earning even 1 lakh, which is like 100k rupees, I'm just talking in terms of rupees, or even in dollars also for that matter, like $5,000, $10,000 a month, where do you stand with that money? And you know, I'm talking again for the common people, for the middle class, lower middle class, even higher middle class people. Where do we stand? I let apart, the people who are in the poverty line or under the poverty line. Those areas are like, I do not know, because I cannot comprehend what that means or how they what they are facing. But as a commoner, I feel no matter who is sitting on the throne, the common people gets crushed. And maybe someday there will be a system, there will be a way for us, for everyone, to get that transparency, to see in a transparent
No, that's
manner
not
how
possible.
things are functioning, and whether at all it is being functioning for their benefit. Honestly, I don't want to even see the transparency. All I want to see the impact, whether it is helping us as an individual, as a family, as common men. Is it actually helping us? Is it bringing any change? There is some kind of a chaotic situation. Some party has to say something, the other party has to say something else, and there's a chaos, there is a difference in opinion. Somebody even brings up a solution, which is by bringing up a solution, I mean, that can be an eyewash also. But truly, is the system changing? Truly, is the system benefiting the common people? That's my question. And that's when, if that is happening, kudos to everybody. Fantastic. We won that.
You were
right?
saying something which is like black and white, which is not possible. Politics doesn't work like that, and politics is not about a syndicate will not going to be there, or the mafia will not going to be there, or the politician will not play that dirty politics we talk about. Politics always been like that. It has changed suddenly. It always works.
Right, exactly.
It always works in individual level. Simple. One leader suddenly one party came and they just won, so they become something. They are backed by their own party member, so they have to play those politics, and that includes everything, good, bad. So people say, "Na, there is bad and there is good." There is nothing in politics that is only gray area. But what I feel.